Hi everyone, so welcome to today's class. So today we are going to discuss about the introduction to S4 HANA or SAP S4 HANA. So this is the English version of the class which we have already uploaded Hindi version. Okay, so this is the English version. So for English version, I'm not getting too much people are viewing it or they are giving some likes or anything, so that's why there are little bit of English classes are coming, more classes are coming in Hindi. So if you like it, if you want it in English, please keep like on the video and please keep subscribing. Okay, I just need some likes on the video so that I will know that yes, a larger group of people wants to have it in the English, or else it is only wastage of time because we are having these classes on Hindi and again doing it in English, it is time consuming. Okay, I'm not translating, I'm not doing this any kind of voiceover or anything. I'm making it as a fresh let's say fresh recording. Okay, fresh, everything is fresh, recording is fresh, your content is fresh, so everything we are going to discuss. So please give some likes. Okay, so at least I will expect 100 likes from you. If I get 100 like, then definitely we are going to make some more videos in English and we are going to upload those in the English version also. Okay, or else if I don't get much likes or much views on this English video, so I'll be continuing with the Hindi classes. Okay, I can see there are only couple of comments are there who needs that in the English class. Okay, so mostly it will be 10 to 20 people are there who need it in English. So I need to know if there are a larger segment of people who want it in the English version. Okay, so that's it. So let's go into the class. So today we are going to discuss about the SAP S4HANA. Okay, so what is SAP S4HANA? We will go with pure basics. Okay, pure basic. It might not be related with let's say with our MM side or any, it is not related to any functional side or anything. It is just a basic. Okay, why there is a S4 HANA, what is the advantage of it, why we are not using the previous versions, why SAP has moved to the HANA. So these kind of general things we will be discussing. Okay, so here if we go into the section wise, like let's say letter by letter if we go, then A stands for simple. So it is a simple kind of thing. Before the database was complex. So right now we call it as a simple version. Okay, 4 means the fourth generation and H means the high performance, ANA means analytical appliances. Okay, so basically it is a 4th generation version of this software, SAP software, which is having a high performance, means you can your let's say let's say your performance will be high on the higher side. Let's say your transactional performance, let's say your analytical performance, or let's say any kind of reporting or anything you are doing, it will be on high performance. So how it will be on high performance, we will be discussing on those, right? So So if we say about the SAP S4 HANA, so HANA is the SAP new database. Okay, HANA is the new database. Before in SAP, as all of we know, in the introduction to SAP, already we have seen or we have discussed, like SAP was running before on the different types of databases. It was supporting different kind of database. Let's say you are having a SQL database, let's say you are having a Oracle database, let's say you are having any other database, it was supporting all and it was running on the other databases. But in the S4 HANA, it is supposed to run only with the HANA database, which is created by SAP and which is SAP new database. Okay, so there is no third party databases are there. SAP will use its own database for SAP software. Okay, so this is the new thing. So there will be no third party database will be associated or will be utilized now only SAP HANA will be the database for if you are going for S4 HANA implementation, if you are going for S4 HANA software, if you are going for S4 HANA implementation, if you are going for S4 HANA software, then you have to take the HANA database only. Okay. So let's understand what are the challenges when we are not using the HANA database. Okay, so basically the previously used database were designed to perform with a limited RAM capacity. Okay, so what is a limited RAM capacity? So if we compare, let's say in a general discussion or general comparison, let's say in previous laptops or in previous mobiles, or outdated mobiles or old mobiles or old let's say laptops, they were having limited RAM capacity. Okay, before it was like 12 MB RAM or 1 GB RAM or 2 GB RAM was there in the laptop or PC. Also it was having 2 GB or 3 let's say 4 GB of RAM. Okay, so in that time it was facing challenges to perform the, let's say, regular task, or if we are opening too much of applications, it was laggy, it was hanging, right? So right now when we are having the mobiles with, let's say, 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM or 12 GB RAM, it is working super fine, super fast, right? Because RAM. So we'll discuss how the RAM capacity will be impacting the system performance. You already know on a general basis, if we discuss, you already know how it was there for the mobiles, the old generation mobile with 1 GB, 2 GB RAM, and how it is now with the mobiles with 8 GB or 12 GB or 16 GB of RAM, how the mobile is performing, right? So same challenges was there with the HANA, the older databases. Okay. Now the next one is data was stored in the hard disk drive. Okay, HDD means hard disk drive. So hard disk drive, all of you I believe already know that right now there are two types of storage devices are there, HDD and SSD, right? So HDD is basically, it is a let's say it is a device which is having a magnetic disk inside, which is containing the data. It is revolving like your old CD player, like your CD, CDs were running, right? It was revolving in a CD player, and there will be a reading pointer will be there. So when you will need some data, it will be going to that area and searching for the data and retrieving the data for you. And in the SSD, it is just like your let's say pen drive or something, which is data is stored in a solid state drive. Okay, so whenever you require a data, it directly goes to the point and it will retrieve the data. There is no revolving elements, or there is no let's say there is no revolving elements are there. So data will be stored for a longer period of time, and data search and data retrieval will be faster than the hard disk type. Okay, hard disk drive, it will be faster than that. Okay, now next one is row based data storage. So what is a row based data storage? What is the issue with the row based data storage? We will be coming to know in a later phase. So basically it was storing the data in a row based data storage. So what is the issue? We'll just discuss in a later phase. Okay, so complex data models were used in the before DB. So complex data models means, let's say, one single data will be stored in multiple tables. Okay, so there will be some extra tables, there will be some unnecessary tables, there will be some extra data. So it will be causing you high data footprint. Okay, so you are storing the same data in different places. Let's understand it this way. Let's say a single file or single video you are storing in a mobile with different folders. Okay, so it will, every place it will consume some spaces, right? So that's why it will be capturing your more let's say space of your mobile or space of your laptop. It will capture more space, right? So when you will be searching, it will be going for each data everywhere, it is searching and it will be extracting you the data. So it will be like let's say it will be more time consuming will be there. So that's why there will be some slower reporting will be there. So whenever we are extracting some report, it will take a lot of time to extract all the data, extract all the tables, find the data in the tables and extract the report. Okay, then second thing, next thing is slower transaction process. Also this is the same thing, why we are having the slower transaction process due to this RAM capacity. Okay, RAM capacity we have already discussed. So due to this slower RAM capacity or lower RAM capacity, we are having a slower transaction process also. Okay, then next one is a reactive data model. So some of the transaction and some of the reports should be run in the background only. Okay, I believe all of you know, might know most some of the transaction we run it in the background, we don't run it in the foreground section. Okay, because it will consume a lot of let's say memory or processing time, or processing it will take a lot of time. That's why some transactions and some reports are running in the background only. Okay, so just let me know in the comment what are those transaction and what are those reports. If you have any idea, just let me know in the comments. Okay, higher data footprint, we have already discussed this because data is stored in the multiple tables. Okay, so now next one is, when we are using the HANA database, what are the advantages? So HANA database will work on the in-memory computing. Now let's understand what is a in-memory computing. So let's understand whenever you are using a mobile phone. Okay, so right now there are mobile phones are there in which you are having a higher RAM. Okay, like 8 GB, 16 GB, for 12 GB, or let's say 6 GB of RAM is there also. So it is a lot of RAM. Okay, so whenever you open some application, let's say you are opening a Facebook, you are opening a WhatsApp, you are opening a Twitter or LinkedIn or anything you are opening. Okay, so what is happening in the mobile? So your whenever you minimize that application, it will be in the memory. Okay, it will in the memory. So the data which you have accessed, or you are let's say you have done something, you have written something, or you have searched something, so it will be in the memory. So whenever you just go back to the application again, so it will act from that instant point. Okay, it will not go again, go to the access to the, let's say database of the application, and it will retrieve all the data and it will work, it will try to work again. No, not like that one. It will store in the memory. Okay, so similar kind of thing will be happening in the HANA database. So there will be in a memory computing, which will create your let's say transaction will be faster, your reporting will be faster, data will be retrieved faster. Okay, so whenever you are working, your data will be in the memory. Okay, memory itself. So it will be whenever you require the data, it will be capturing from the memory, not from the database. Okay, so this is a concept. Okay, so next one is, in your head HANA database, so data will be stored in the RAM also. Okay, so here there is a concept called how much let's say hard disk you are using. Okay, hard disk or hard disk capacity, how much you are using, you can purchase the same amount of RAM also. Okay, let's say I'm using 100 GB of storage, then I can take 100 GB of RAM also. So what is the let's say advantages of this one? So what you can do, you can replicate all of the data which is there in the hard disk or storage, you can replicate all of the data to the RAM. So whenever it is required, so directly you can use it from the RAM itself. Okay, so it will be in the RAM, so you can use it, and it will be faster from the, if we are going to retrieve from the database every time, so it will be take a lot of time. So if we are having it in the memory, it will be act as a faster. Okay, so now whenever you are working, then at the time what will be there, so every data will be stored in the RAM. Okay, once you are closing your application, let's understand it this way. So you are working on a Facebook, or you are watching a Facebook in your mobile. So till the time you are watching, or you are minimizing it and you are refreshing, or you are taking it again, so it will work like that. Okay, once you are closing the Facebook application, it will be, the data will be stored in the database itself. Okay, then whenever again you are going to try to let's say retrieve it or retrieve the data, it will go to the database, and it will fetch the let's say it will fetch the fields, or it will fetch the let's say any kind of data is there, it is fetched there, and it will again store in the memory or RAM. Okay, this is how it should work. Okay, this is how it is working. Okay, so when we will be finishing the work, then when we will be exiting from the application, then data will be sent to the storage back. Okay, so this is how it will work. So that's why it is a let's say mobile technology, and it is also, it is let's say compatible, or it is feasible with the mobile devices also. Okay, and HANA database supports both column and row based storage, data storage. So what is a row based and what is a column based, why we are using this, and what is the advantage of it, we'll just discuss it in a bit. Okay, so when we will be saving the transactional data, it will be stored in a row based. So, and in the background, it will be stored in the column based. Okay, so whenever you are going to search the data, it will search both in the column and in the row. Okay, and last thing is simplified data models. Unnecessary tables have been removed. Just let me know if you know any kind of tables which is removed from the ECC to the S4 HANA. We don't have those kind of table. Let me just tell you something, that material document you are creating, accounting document you are creating, right now there are lesser tables for those kind of things. Just Google it, find it. Let me know in the comments what are those tables. Okay. So now So now what will be the advantages? Advantages will be faster processing, faster reporting, lesser data footprints, and proactive data models. So these are the advantages of HANA database. So we have two things to discuss. First one is we have already discussed about the in-memory computing. What is the in-memory computing? Now we need to discuss about the what is the row-based data save search technology, or what is the column-based data save and search technologies. Okay, let's understand. This is a Excel sheet. Here you are having, this is called the row and this is called the column. Okay, so if we compare about the rows with the columns, now here you can see in the row it will be, let's say whenever you will use a row based data save or data search strategy, so what it will do, it will first store the data in the first row, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth. It will go row by row, it will go next to next. And when it will be searching, again it will be come to, let's say, first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. It will go by row by row. Then once this first row is completed, or first this was one column is completed, then it will go to the second row. Okay, it will go to the second row. So now here if we see, the row are a lot of, let's say, rows are almost 5 times more than the columns if we compare about the Excel sheets. Okay, so similarly it is there with the database. So data will be stored in the row and the columns. Okay, now if we use the row based technology and if we use the search for the row based technology, so if your data is stored in this B row on the first segment, if it is there, so whenever you are searching for the data, it will go through the all of the rows one by one, then it will come to the second row. Okay, first row it will search for the all field or the segment, it will search, then it will go to the second one. So it will take a lot of time. So if we are having row and column based technology, so what it will do, it will search in the row, again it will search with the columns also. Okay, so then if your data is here or here or here or here, it will take a less time to find the data. So let's say if I am having this company code, this information here in the row based technology, it will take this first row, second row, then it will come to the third row, here it will search. If I use the column based third technology, it will only search for the this 1 2 3 fields, then it will find the data for me. Okay, so this is how we are going a faster processing, faster reporting, and faster transaction things. Okay, so this is all about row based and column based data search and data saving. Okay, so now let's understand what are the versions of SAP S4 HANA. So S4 HANA was launched in the year 2015. So that's why here you can see first version was 1503. It was done for the simple finance. So finance was only the first um, um, S4 HANA system developed for only for finance. Then in 1511, similarly in the let's say in 2015, it is released 1511 for S4 HANA core. Then there were some upgrades where there 1610, 1709, 1809, 1909. So from the 1909, the on-premise version was introduced, and after that we are having 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. These are the versions. Currently it is running 2023 version. It is the updated and the latest one. Okay, So now let's understand S4HANA. So S4HANA, it supports both on-premise and public cloud. Right now, right now this on-premise version is also called as a private cloud version. So we will discuss it in a later phase, what are the differences or what are the things have been changed from there to now, from 1909 to 2023, what are the things have been changed. So we will be discussing on those. Okay, so S4HANA is basically, you are not going to purchase the software, but you are going to only purchase the certification. Okay, so you are just going to buy the certification, or let's say if we say about the, let's say, paid version of any kind of membership. So you are not going to purchase the whole software, you are not going to pay for the software, but you are going to pay for the subscription. Okay, you are going to pay for the subscription only, and you can use it till your validity is there. Okay, so only you have to extend your validity. Let's say I'm buying or purchasing a premium, let's take an example of Amazon Prime. Okay, Amazon Prime, you are not paying for any kind of software. There are multiple softwares are there. You are not going to pay it. You are taking the membership, and you can use across the channel whatever Prime memberships or whatever Prime facilities are there. You can use it. So similarly for S4HANA, you can just buy for the subscription. Whatever things are there, you can use it. Okay. So this is about the S4HANA subscription. Now, what are the types of projects are there in S4HANA? So in S4HANA, there are two types of project. One is a migration project, which we will do from whenever we require to move the ECC system to S4HANA system, and we need our existing data and existing settings. We need it, then we can go for a migration project. That is called a brownfield implementation. If we go for a new implementation, maybe it is from the ECC or from any legacy system, but we don't require the older data or older settings or older configuration. We don't require it. We can go for a greenfield implementation. So what are the different things are there in greenfield implementation? Why we should go for greenfield? Why we should go for brownfield? So those kind of things we will be discussing in the later classes. So this is all about our classes for S4HANA, or introduction to S4HANA or introduction to SAP S4HANA. I believe it will be little bit of informative for you. So that's all for today. Let's meet up again on tomorrow or in the next class. Till then, bye bye and take care.